Hello and welcome to Soundbites. On this episode, Zach Ward's Restoration. Okay, to get down to it, this film is basically a nice little, colour by numbers, follow the plan horror film in the genre of, it's a nice one. It starts off like any kind of haunted house, poltergeist type thing. Bit of a slow build-up. For some reason, Americans seem to fixate on the notion that one of their characters has to have some form of neuroses about something at some point. But anyway, getting past all that, the opening credits are actually fairly slick and well done. Nice and kind of creepy. As I said, formulaic, colour by numbers, but to be honest, if you're going to do a formulaic colour by numbers film, this is the way to do it. It has jump scares, it has creep factor. The jump scares are timed right. The creep factor, actually does put a bit of a chill down the soul. The effects are very, very good for what they are. I mean, it's not big budget, but then again, when it comes to horror, as long as you do it right, it doesn't need to be big budget. It is medium to well budget, I guess, is the best way of putting it, because, it's not exactly shallow budget either. Getting on to the characters. You have the lead female is played by Emily O'Brien. That's Rebecca Jordan. She's like this doctor. The lead male is Adrian Gaeta. Yeah, I think I'm pronouncing his name right. And he plays Rebecca's husband, Todd Jordan. Zach Ward, the man himself, plays Harold, a neighbour, and Sarah Ann Schultz is Francine, his missus, basically. And, they're kind of like the overly friendly, hey, how's it going, neighbour, but at the same time, not being stupid about it, if you get me. They're likeable characters. Rebecca and Todd are kind of likeable, I guess. I don't know, they're fair dues to them. Once things kind of go sideways, the two of them do get on the same page fairly fast, so there is that. Overall, for the most part, you do kind of, you find yourself kind of rooting for the main characters to end grisly in some way, shape or form, but to be fair, there's a couple of twists and turns in it. One or two of them, I'm not going to lie, I didn't get them specifically right, but I had an inkling as to where it was going with some things. Bit of a curveball thrown near the end of it that kind of changes how you perceive the film, but in a good way. It's kind of like, oh, I thought it was this. I was wrong. It's only got aspects of this, and it's actually that. And that makes it kind of cool. As films go, as horror films go, it's, it does kind of hit all the right markers. As I said, there's jump scares that are timed right. There's kind of suspenseful creepiness to it that's done pretty well, I mean, overall, when it comes to the chill factor, they got it. As always in these kind of films, the downside for me is the monotonous goddamned build-up. I mean, Now, to be fair, they did kind of get through things at a decent enough pace. Half an hour in, things start to get actually interesting. The husband does something stupid that I was... Only once, really. I was kind of screaming at the screen, why? Oh no, twice. I forgot. He does decide to go somewhere barefooted, because he's an idiot. But apart from that, it's pretty much, the characters aren't too stupid. They actually, the main characters kind of put two and two together fairly fast. Yeah, okay, the clues are dropped right in their smegging lap, but then again, what are we going to do? As things go, though, they pick up on the subtle stuff. The kind of stuff that if you're watching horror films, you're kind of going, it's this! Well, they actually figure out that it is this. And as I said, they both get on the same page fairly fast. So I was worried at first that it might be the typical, one person's crazy, the other person isn't. But no, they got it fairly fast and put the clues together, start following down the trail. And when the threat is finally revealed, all I can say is that, as I said, it changes the complexion of the film, and all of a sudden it's, wow, this is actually, okay, I didn't see that coming. This is actually pretty good. So, overall, Zach Ward's Restoration, far, far worse things to be watching if you're into your horror films, especially coming out of Hollywood. I can't really call it an independent film, I guess, because, as I said, pretty decent budget. Overall, if you're into your horror, despite the fact that it does feel like a formulaic colour by numbers story from the outset, it is slick, it is well done. You will have to make do with the two main characters' stupidity at times, but overall, the Restoration, definitely, actually, well happy to have watched it. Highly recommend it for anyone else out there. That's it. That's the end of this Soundbites.